gentleman's name is Ray Davies, and I want to show your album to camera. This is comparatively new, isn't it?
Yeah, that was me on a good night. So if you turn it around.
Turn it around.
That's me on a bad night.
How's it doing? Or is it too soon to know?
Famously, I think.
Is it really?
Yeah. I'm not doing too good then.
Did you compose most of the music on that album?
Most of the stuff since '64.
You do it alone, or do you have any help?
Well, sometimes I get help.
I'm told you have a brother in the group.
Yeah,
is that true?
him. Yes. We're divorced at the moment.
Music has changed a great deal since you've come to America, hasn't it?
Since I've come to America,
Yeah.
or the band? Well, we first really came over here in '69 for a tour.
Yeah.
We'd had records out in the '60s.
But from the 60s to now, there's been quite a change, I would say.
Yeah, I went to a Bay City Rollers concert in LA, and it was just like when we started and the Beatles started.
Kids,
that hasn't really changed much.
The kids making all the same.
Yeah, I think the music's technically better. But
I wanted to ask you, when you most of the time when you perform, the kids scream through most of what you're doing.
Not really.
Well, when the Bay City
Depends
Rollers,
what mood I'm in.
when the Bay City Rollers were here, that's what we got through most of their performance.
That's part of the film set. Isn't
Can you still hear what you're doing up there?
Oh yeah, it's different now. We've gone through different things in music, and we've got a listening audience and a drinking audience and an audience who wants to listen to quieter songs. They really know our material, and they give us a chance. You know, it's good.
You tend to keep more of a low profile than guys like Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
Is that by choice?
No,
or?
they're much better looking than I am. He's prettier than me.
Is that your choosing to?
What?
Is that your choosing to keep a low profile?
Well,
or would you?
Not really. I'm not sort of showy type. Yeah.
You still have the original member. You came over here in the '60s, I was told. You said the late '60s.
Yeah, I came here. I arrived. We were doing a world tour. It's our first hit. They said, "Get on a plane. You're going around the world." And we flew over from Taiwan or somewhere like that. And I'd been bitten by an animal in the foot. And we arrived at New York, got off the plane. I had this sort of blown-up ankle. And they said, "Right, come to the studio. You've got to tap dance." We had to go to the studio and rehearse all these dance routines with a clubfoot.
What was it that bit you? I'm curious now.
It was an animal, a real animal.
You don't know what kind?
No. 4 legs. 4-legged animal.
What was it? A boar? A wild boar? Something like that? Or what?
Oh, it was boring.
It was boring. You really don't know what bit you?
They have ants and things, huge things, you know, like that big, crawling around. It's right. You'd like it, actually.
Creepy crawlies.
Yeah. Who are some of your... We're dedicating this week of shows to famous composers. Yesterday it was Duke Ellington. Yeah. Today it's Harold Arlen. Who are some of your favorite non-rock composers?
Well, when I started out playing the guitar, I wanted to be Tal Farlow. I don't know if you've heard of him. He was a guitar player. And do you know him?
Yes.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
He retired, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He married a rich lady, I think.
Well,
but I wanted to be like...
That's a good reason to retire.
But I like people like Cole Porter and Noel Coward. Writes really tight songs.
Are you people much aware of people like Rodgers and Hammerstein?
Of course,
and Rodgers and Hart?
Yeah, we see the movies on TV at Christmas all the time. Oh, but they write some great songs. Old Jed's Dead from Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. It's a good song. La, 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 la. And San Francisco's good. Great song.
Do you,
have you heard the Jeanette MacDonald version?
No, not that. Oh, that one, yes. Judy Garland.
Great song.
Comedy.
That's from another picture.
Yeah.
You wrote, I'm told, a rock opera for British television.
Yeah, there's all this talk about...
Was that before Tommy or before the...
Well, I was commissioned to write this thing by Granada Television. It's a little station in Manchester, England. They said, you know, we'd like you to write a rock opera. I said, thank you very much. How much am I going to be paid? They said, nothing. I said, all right, I'll do it. And 2 years later, I came up with an album, and that was it. The show didn't go on.
Are you usually that difficult to deal with in financial matters?
Oh, I'm terrible. Absolutely dreadful.
Are you a poor businessman, really?
Yeah, look at this suit.
Julie liked it.
I love your suit. I think we look like ice cream flavors, kind of like 31 flavors. Strawberry in your shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Are you into movies? Are you a movie fan, Ray?
Oh, yeah. I like films.
What have you seen lately that you like? Oh, old movies.
Yeah.
Tell me about some of those.
Going to Los Angeles and on tour in America, we see lots of the old ones. Cagney movies and the Bogart films. All those are great. Yeah. I love California. and all the film. I wouldn't like to live there, though. I think
Why not? Why
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
you
be
like
very productive there.
Because of the climate, and you'll fall into a different...
Yeah, I get fat.
Different way
Strawberry
of life.
milkshakes and hamburgers and things I eat.
That's
Ooh.
all right for a while, but...
Yeah,
if it
I like
gets-
Philadelphia, though, because it's spread out. There aren't so many people here. It's very good.
For a while, we were closed.
Oh, really?
When the storm...
Is this the place W.C. Fields?
That's the
one
joke. Yeah. He said, I came to Philadelphia one time, it was closed.
That's
but,
right.
but we had a storm recently, and boy, I had a feeling we were closed for a while there. The next tune that you're going to do, oddly enough, is about movies. Is that true?
Yeah, it's a song called Celluloid Heroes. I was walking down Hollywood Boulevard, as all the tourists do, and, you know, I felt that they had sort of lost a lot of prestige because, you know, the 30s and the 40s, they were the people, you know, they were untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think stars are there because they're accessible, and they're like people next door. You can touch them. And I was walking
You liked
down,
it better the other way.
Well, I don't know. They had their time, and sometimes it goes round again like the cycle in rock music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's pretty for, you know, pretty faces, good faces, and you get the rugged look, and
Now
then you
it's-
get
now it's
people like
people
me.
faces.
You get people like me, which are nowhere.
Anyway, this deal is called Celluloid Heroes, and
Yeah.
it features the Kinks.
Okay.
Dave, thank you.